Yeah, how to make a website with Namecheap. Doesn't even anyway, but yeah, explore HTML and CSS fundamentals as you build a website in this introductory web development course. So I'm going to quickly reset my progress. Oh, I've already done that. Okay. So let's just get straight into it. I'm going to move this up here just so that I'm more comfortable. Yeah, if you guys have noticed, I got a bit of a tan. That's because I was out in Brighton. Yeah, just took a bit of a break, bit of a breather, which is not it doesn't happen often. I actually enjoy my work, so yeah. Like, what else are we gonna do? Just think about, are we gonna play? Are we gonna enjoy ourselves for the rest of our lives, or what? That never works out, eh? We have to do something. That's why we got work, right? We gotta evolve somehow. Right, so let's start with the site structure. What are HTML and CSS? All websites use HTML and CSS. After learning both of these languages, you will be ready to build your own website. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is used to give website structure with text, links, images, and other fundamental elements. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It is used to change the appearance of HTML elements. Instructions. An individual page of a website is referred to as a web page. Notice the web page in the browser. During this lesson, we will explore the HTML elements used to build. Click next to learn about the anatomy of an HTML element. Right. So here's just an example of a website. Ollie. Let's move further. Anatomy of an HTML element. So all HTML elements begin with an opening tag. In this case, the opening tag is h1. Most elements require a closing tag denoted by a forward slash. In this case, the closing tag is h1. The website user only sees the content between the opening and closing tags. Right, so instructions. Number 1, in index.html, change the text that appears between the h1 opening tag and the h1 closing tag. Run your code to see the new text shown in the web browser. All right, so yeah, in between the h1 opening and closing tags, we're just gonna change this to, for instance, the new website. You run that, and there you go. Let's move forward. Right, add a heading. Now let's learn more about the heading element. Headings are frequently used HTML element. You can think of them like headlines in a newspaper. Your eyes may notice headings first because the words are large and bold compared to other text on the web page. There are 6 heading elements: H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. H1 is the largest heading and H6 is the smallest. For best practice, you should avoid skipping heading levels. There should also only be one H1 per HTML page. Although skipping heading levels or using multiple H1 elements will not cause errors in your code, it is important to keep logical hierarchy of your HTML content. If you are unhappy with the styling of the HTML or the heading elements, its appearance should be modified using CSS. So use the largest heading to indicate the name of the website. In index.html, one line below body, type don't copy / paste the code below. Okay. Whoops. One line below the body tag. Yeah. Oh, it says type don't copy and paste. Oh well. Also gonna practice. Important to type. You're right. Okay, so it's Ollie bike sharing. Okay, so next, use an H3 heading to create the tagline for Ollie bike sharing on the next line. Okay, so now we're using the H3 tag, which, if you recall, is smaller than the H1 tag. So the appearance of the text on the website or the web page will be very much smaller. If you run that, as you can see, it's like 1/3 of the size of that H1 tag, which is, if you look at the dimensions 1, 2, 3, that's exactly right. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so add a paragraph. The web page has a heading and a tagline. Next, we will add a description of the company. The HTML paragraph element P is used to hold one or more sentences, just like paragraphs in an essay or a book. So paragraph text here. Let's use a paragraph element to add the company description. Instructions number 1. Below the H3 element, add a paragraph element that contains a description of the company. Here's an example. Run your code. In the web browser, notice how text enclosed by the P tags is smaller than the heading text and is not bold. Right, so they say just underneath the H3 element, we're going to start off with the P tags. Then let's type it out so we can get good practice in. Very important to type the sentences and paragraphs out. Very, very important. You learn by doing. Very, very important. When it comes to program, you learn by doing, building projects, so on and so forth. And at the same time, you'll enhance your keystrokes. You'll speed up your typing speed and improve your muscle memory greatly. So I don't know if I have told you guys that there is a website that really helped me when I was struggling, or rather, not when I was struggling, when I was trying to increase my typing speed. Like right now, I'm not typing very fast, but I'm taking it easy. But I usually type at around, I can type at around about 70 words per minute. Look, that's what the point that I'm trying to make is that if you go to pbr.com, yeah, you can practice your typing skills there, and you can try and increase your typing speed. Within a month, you'll hit 50 words per minute, 60 words per minute, even 100 words per minute, if you depending on how dedicated you are. So, okay, let me run this. Okay, that's right. As you can see, the P tag is much smaller than the H elements. All right, let's move forward. Anchor elements, nice work.